Okay, hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So what I wanted to do is show you a warmer video. It's basically all the warmers that I have, the dishes that they come in, how they perform, basically what I think about them. And I also did film different segments of me like cleaning a warmer, like a stained warmer, different methods of changing out the wax. The only method I did not do is the hot dump, where the wax is literally hot and it's still liquid inside and you dump it into something. I do not do that method at all. I know that I am so clumsy and I would spill it everywhere, so I don't even bother with that method. But that is one method. And then I do the freezer one mostly, and then the cotton ball. But I do have videos that I am going to try to put in. I am going to do voiceovers on those. So I'm going to try those to add those into this video as well. So let me just go ahead and get started. The very first warmer that I have here that I do not use at all is a candelaire warmer. This sucker is humongous. Let me see if I can get it in here. Okay. So this sucker is big. It's big, big, big. It has this is the fan here, right? So you have like a donut. So you can buy the metal dishes that go in there, or you can buy these like little donut things, and they are disgusting after you pop the wax out. I have no idea how you clean it, and you just put it in like this. The light does absolutely nothing. It's just for like a visual thing. And then the fan heats up and whatever. This gets hot and it heats this wax in, and it's a fan. So it's supposed to blow the scent. You can even put the lid on and it's supposed to blow it out. I personally do not like this at all. I put this in my living room because they say it works really well in a big room. In my living room, I currently have two warmers, a Tealight warmer and a 24-watt Walmart Mainstays warmer. Now, I have to have two because the way it is set up, if you look through one of my empties videos, I don't know which one it is, I show like how my entryway is, and because of that I have to have two because most of that wax just goes straight up there. So I took out one warmer and I put this one in, and it literally did nothing. Then I kept it, I used it for almost 2 weeks. So then the second week I just kept using this one, and it would scent it, but it wasn't like a strong throw, or even not even a medium high throw for wax that I know would do that. So then I changed out, I added my Tealight warmer back in. So now I'm using this one and my Tealight warmer, and I just didn't like it. This thing is so loud. It is ridiculous how loud it is. It is so loud. If I have my TV on, then I really don't hear the sound too much. But if my TV is off, which when my son takes a nap, or you know, if he happens to be with his dad somewhere, like if they go to the store or something, and I like silence, right? So I turn it off and you just hear this loud ass fan just blowing like crazy, and I cannot. I do not like this warmer at all. For the price you pay, for the scent throw that I got, I just didn't like this warmer. Now I know a lot of people love it, and just because this goes for anything in this video, just because these warmers don't work for me or do work for me does not mean it may not work for you, or it may work the same for you. So just keep that in mind. If you still want to give it a try, go ahead, give it a try. It's your money, you're spending it. You can go ahead and give it a try if you still want to. I'm just letting you know my personal experience with this warmer. So what I do with this warmer is this goes in my sunroom, in my son's room, as a noise machine, basically as a white noise. So I put this in sometimes in his room. Every night I put this on because he has like dog ears, and if he hears one little sound, then he wakes up. So I put that on, and it's just like soothing to him, and it helps him go to sleep. So that always stays in his room, and it goes on all night. And I never have any issues with it getting too hot or anything like that. So the next one is my favorite. I have two of these. This is the Glade 20-watt warmer, the famous one that everyone is always posting about. If this is the right one, this is it right here. This is the Glade 20-watt warmer. They do have different colors. They have the purple and a green, but they are discontinued. Some people are still finding them at different places. So this is 20 watt. This is a hot plate. This obviously gets hot. You put your dish on top of this and it heats up the dish. The dish gets hot enough and it melts the wax, blah, 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 blah. So this is 20 watt. It works really good. It works really, really great with softer wax. So softer wax tends to do better in a lower wattage, and this one really does really well with a lot of wax. I would say you can have just this warmer and be good to go if you don't want to invest in a bunch of different warmers. This would be a really good one to get, or any 20 watt warmer would be a good one to get. So I have two of these, one that I keep off and on, I exchange in my kitchen, and then I keep one in my bedroom that is literally going 24/7. I never turn that warmer off. I leave it on all night and all day. This is the only warmer that stays on 24/7. The next warmer that I'll talk about is these Scentsy warmers. So these are the bulb ones from Scentsy. This is a 15 watt warmer. These I keep in my restroom, and I always keep the door to my restroom closed. And these go on as soon as I wake up in the morning, and I only turn them off at night when I am going to go to sleep. So besides that, these perform really well for me. This one has a deeper dish, so you could put in like a bigger size wax. So anyways, yeah, I like to plug these in. They have a beautiful night light. I really love these light ones, but I prefer the way the hot plate warmers perform better than light bulb warmers. So, but this one does perform well. But like I said, I keep it in my restroom. I keep the door closed on my restroom. I have like average small size restrooms. Only my master bath is like a very long restroom, and I don't melt any wax in that restroom at all. I should buy a warmer for there actually, but I don't melt any wax in that restroom. So this is the one that I keep downstairs. That's really the only restroom that I melt wax in. I have two other ones that anyways, let me just get back. Stop going off topic. So this is a 15 watt Scentsy warmer. It works really, really well, but I do keep the door closed. It works well on all forms of wax that I have melted. Super Tarts, Vintage Chic Scents, Scentsy. That's pretty much, I melt a lot of Super Tarts in here because it has just the cube, and I just put one cube in there. Better Homes and Gardens, Sensationals, all of those, it works very, 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 very well. Bathing Garden, it performs really well, but I do keep the restroom door closed. So that is another thing. So next thing is a regular Scentsy warmer. So this is a Scentsy warmer with the regular bulb that comes in the warmer. As you can see, I always somehow spill my wax, or my husband actually knocked this over and the wax just spilled out and down, but it didn't spill anywhere on my counter, thank God. So anyways, this is just the bulb warmer. Now I have tried to use these for Zape Bath, for there was another wax company, what is her name, Gabby's Wax Pops and Super Tarts. And I've tried to use this warmer for those vendors, and it didn't melt Super Tarts at all. For Zape Bath, it like halfway kind of melted it, but not really. And I got like zero throw. I did not like the performance from this, and I had a bunch of Scentsy warmers, so I don't use my Scentsy warmers at all anymore. I've given a lot away to some of my family that does use Scentsy. I just don't care for the warmers, and I don't use their wax anymore at all. So some people, as you can, like Notorious Liz, she has a Scentsy warmer, and she says hers performs great, and she uses Super Tarts, all those kinds of vendors. So I guess it just depends. I've used all the Scentsy warmers that I have, and none of them perform good, and especially now using hot plates, I just prefer hot plates over Scentsy because I like the performance better. So that is that. The next thing is my favorite, which is these are the 24 watt Walmart Mainstays warmer. Now these things are cheap. They're like $6.97, and I find that I go through these like crazy. So all of my warmers, they get used all day long. From the time I wake up to the time I leave, these warmers are going. I mean, not to the time I go to sleep. These warmers are on, and they are going and going and going. So I think that's why these things go so fast. So as you can see, this one is kind of getting this. I don't know why this happens. I don't know if it's wax that maybe has spilled. I don't know what it is, but it ends up messing up this hot plate, and I'll show you one in a second. But I love this. This is a 24-watt warmer. This is a dish that goes inside. So as you can see the difference of the 24-watt and the Glade, it is a huge difference. This still fits inside of here. That's how big of a difference it is. So these are better for melting bigger pieces of wax. So anyways, this is a dish that goes inside. It is very hot, but my fingers, I guess, aren't that sensitive because I've burned them 1,000 times with curling irons and rollers and other hot things that I can literally take this out. I wouldn't be able to hot dump it, but in a video in a clip that it will be inserted in here, I just have like a kitchen towel, and then I just put the hot plate on the kitchen towel like that, and I keep it moving. So that is that. These 24-watt warmers, this is another hot plate, so this gets hot. So these work really, really well. If you touch it from the top while it's on, it is very, very hot. You do have to touch it from the bottom, which I don't recommend you even handling your warmers while they're hot, but yeah, these suckers get hot. They throw like crazy. If you have 100% paraffin wax or a harder wax, these would perform very, very, that type of wax would perform very, very well in these warmers. The thing is with these warmers is that it heats up the wax super, super fast. You will get a strong throw or a high medium throw, or I mean a medium high throw, but the fragrance oil will burn off faster. So you can have a wax, the same scent in both of these warmers. This might last 3 hours. This might last 5 hours. This might last 5 hours. This might last 8 hours. This might be a strong throw. This might be just a medium throw for the same exact wax from the same exact vendor. So it just depends what you prefer. I like to melt super tarts in here, candles from the keeping room, you know, vintage chic scents, so I can get a stronger throw. I melt it in here, but I'll probably only last me 2 or 3 hours. So love, love, love these ones. They're only like $6.97. You can't beat the price. And yeah, I think they come in like 2 other colors, gray and black, I think. But they perform very, very, very well. But this is another one of those, and this is how it looks after a while. I don't know what happened to this. I don't know, but when it gets like this, I stop using it and I just purchase another one, because since I leave my warmers on all day, and even if I leave my house to like go to the grocery store or whatever, and I come back, I just feel like I don't feel safe leaving this warmer on with this kind of condition. I don't know what happened. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's just burnt wax or what. I don't know what happened to this nasty thing. But this is going to be thrown away. I just wanted to show you how it looks. So when my hot plates get like this, I just chunk them, because to me, it's not safe. I feel like I don't feel safe to leave this on. I don't know if this is gonna catch fire. I don't know. So I don't like to leave it like that. So let's talk dishes here. This is the 24-watt and this is the Glade. I do have a Tealight warmer, but I am actually using it. So I'll probably try and film the Tealight warmer later, at a later time when I'm not using it. So anyways, this is the 2 warmers. So I want to show you how I personally melt wax. So this is a 2 ounce, and this is the only wax that I have downstairs with me. So it's not going to be the best. So this is a 2 ounce. It takes up the majority of the dish. So I personally think that is too much wax for you to melt at one time. I feel like you probably are wasting your wax. Again, I am not a wax expert. I am not here to tell you how to use your wax or whatever. It's your wax. It's your money you're spending on it. You can melt it however you feel. So for me personally, I would cut this in half and melt half of this piece in this Glade warmer, in this size dish, whether it's Glade or not. In this size big dish, I would cut this in half and melt half. These things are 2 ounces. In my 24-watt warmer, look how small. It doesn't even fit in here, so it would have to go like this. In this warmer, I would cut this in fourths, so I would cut it in half. And even half is still takes up pretty much half of the dish. So I would cut it again in fourths, and in fourths, it fits perfectly. So this is this size of a wax melt that I cut in fourths, and look, it fits perfectly. There's still enough room for it to melt, because remember, if it's too much wax in your bowl, it it's too much wax for the thing to melt, so I might not be able to melt all the fragrance oil. So it might be a lot of fragrance oil that's in there that's just being wasted. So if you get to melt it a small piece like this, it gets to be melted down all evenly. It's not too much wax for the warmer to melt, and the fragrance oil will all be able to get used up. So that's one way, right? This is a Super Tarts clamshell, but this is just one piece. So for Super Tarts in a 24 watt Mainstays, I use one piece and I get a very good throw. Now in a 20 watt Glade warmer, I use 2 pieces and I get a good throw in here. Now I do find if there's a Super Tart scent that is just crazy strong, or I might not like it that much, I tend to melt it in a 20 watt and I tend to use 2 cubes, and it kind of mellows down the scent. So 2 cubes in a bigger dish, and in a smaller dish I like to use 1 cube. In a 15 watt warmer I also use 1 cube, because look at how much it fills up. So that is a clamshell. That would be for any clamshell that I have. And then I have a candle from the keeping room piece. Now this is already cut because I am planning on melting this today. So this is a whole piece together. One whole piece I would totally put in a 20 watt. Look at all that room that's still in there. Now for the 24 watt and a Tealight warmer, I'm cutting it in half, because if you see, now you see how big it is. I mean, there's still some room, but I just prefer to cut it in half and make sure that it has enough room to fully melt evenly and burn all that fragrance oil off. So I just use one piece and cut it in half, and it works beautifully, beautifully. So this is another size. This is a little bit over an ounce, or about an ounce. This is from Vintage Chic Scents as well. Now I've used a whole piece before, and I felt like it was too much wax, because I had melted that scent before and it gave me a great throw. But when I used this whole piece, I got like a really light throw. So I think it was just too much wax. So I would cut this one in half and put it in this warmer. I would definitely cut this one in half, because look, see how it doesn't even fit? It goes like this. So I guess you just want to eyeball it and see, you know, what size and how it fits, and, you know, try melting it from there. So yeah, that is everything that I have as far as this stuff is here. So I'm going to try and insert those clips, and then yeah, that's it. That's all that I have. I'll try and insert those clips, and then I'll make an outro because I'm going to say bye, but I'm really not saying bye. So yeah, just give a piece, you know, give it a try. Like I said, I'm not trying to tell you how to melt your wax. You can do however you want, but sometimes less is more. With a lot of vendor wax, less is more. So try using a smaller amount. If it doesn't perform, then add another piece. Also, think about the sizes of your dishes, the sizes of your dish bowls. Doesn't matter what warmer it is. If you're putting too much wax in a bowl, it is going to have a hard time to melt all that wax down and to burn all that fragrance oil down. So you literally could just be throwing wax away because you're putting too much in. Now, if you're using a smaller piece and a hotter wattage, you keep in mind that you will not get a longer throw. It might throw strong for an hour or two, and then after that, it'll be lighter. So you will change out your wax a lot. But look, 4 melts out of 1 piece as opposed to 1 melt out of 1 piece. So that's just something to think about. Take your wax pieces out and give them a look. Look at your dishes. See the size of those. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to do the voiceovers, and I'll add in those segments. If not, I'll add in the segments, but you guys are just gonna have to listen to all the crazy noise in the background. But anyways, yeah, let me not say bye, but let's watch those segments. Okay, so what I'm going to show you here is these cotton balls, and this is just the cotton ball method to remove wax. This is one way. You just get a bunch of cotton balls, regular cotton balls, and then you get a paper towel. Any basic paper towel will do, and this is basically just a place for you to put the cotton balls after you soak them, if you're not next to a trash can, which I am literally never next to a trash can when I change out my wax. So I just fold the paper towel, as you can see. I fold it. That way when you put the soaked cotton balls on top, it won't leak through and burn your hand, which has happened to me before if I have not folded it enough. So I just drop a cotton ball in, press it down, let it soak up, as you can see. So I will maybe not because my big old arm's in the way. So take another cotton ball, drop it in and let it soak up. And as you can see, it's just soaking up all that wax. And as you can see there on the paper towel, it's not leaking through, which is awesome because you don't have to worry about it dropping anywhere on your carpet. I have carpet, so you don't have to worry about it dropping on your carpet or anything. Then you take the last cotton ball and just rub it around. Hopefully you were able to see a little glimpse of that because my arm was in the way. Okay, so the next one is the same exact method. It is the cotton ball again, but just in a different warmer, just so you can see. And I got the bright idea to switch it around. Granted, I made these little segments over like random days, just when I thought about it. So again, just put the cotton ball in there. You see how I have it to the side. You pick it up and drop it in, and basically that's how you do it. That's why sometimes it doesn't pick up glitter and stuff. I feel like the freezer method really does that really well. And just wipe it all down, pop it in, and you're ready to put in a new piece of wax. And that's it. Okay, so this one is an ice cube method. I normally do this right next to my sink. The wax has already solidified, right? So once it's hard, I pop in a couple of ice cubes on top of the solidified wax. And after a while, the wax becomes like hard, just like that, like a disc. And you can literally just pop it right off and then take a paper towel and wipe it down. Okay, so these are two little dishes that I pulled out of the freezer. So the wax solidified, and once the dish was warm enough, I popped the dish into the freezer. Now these are great because you could just turn it upside down, plop it a few times, and the wax comes right out as a solid piece. Same with this one. Plop it right out, and you're ready to add in a new scent. And is that easy. The wax is just perfectly solid. It's easy, ready to go. It does leave a little wax around the ring if it wasn't high enough to get it all. And like you can see that little ring. You could scrape it off if it bothers you enough. But if not, you're all done and you can pop in a new warmer. Wax. Okay, so sometimes with the freezer method, the wax, especially like Better Homes and Gardens or Candles from the Keeping Room, for some reason, the wax does not want to come out. It is cracked and everything, and it looks like it might pop out, but it won't. So what I do is I have a butter knife, which this is just my wax knife. I only use it for wax. You press it down and it cracks just like that. And once it cracks, you can just lift off the edge and it's easy to pop out. You just pop it out just like that, and then putting the knife back so I can get my life together. I just pulled the other piece right on out, and that's it. Your wax tray is cleaned out and it's ready for you to pop in a new wax to begin to melt. So that is another way that you can get the wax out. Okay, so this next one here is trying to clean a dish. This is the only way I've ever cleaned any wax dish, and I'm showing you two different dishes. This one has a stain just from the wax color. The other one was stained from the actual wax, which Better Homes and Gardens always leaves that nasty brown stain that you saw on the other dish. And that is a dirty, dirty Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. But these magic erasers work great. Great, 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 great. So I just wet my magic eraser a little bit. It feels really weird, and I only use this magic eraser for my wax dishes. I don't use it for anything else. So as you can see, it's really, really easy to clean. You just rub, 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 and scrub, scrub, scrub. I was going to fast forward it just because it seems kind of long, but then I wanted you guys to see how long it really takes in real time instead of in like, you know, edited video time. So it really doesn't take long at all, and I do this probably about once a week because as you can see, the dishes do get a little, you know, dirty and nasty looking from the wax. So I just do this about once a week. If it's stained, or if it's not stained, then I got lucky. So that's one dish. This next one is going to take a little bit longer because that wax, it really stained that dish. So it works great whether it's that brown residue, which I don't know what that is even from, or if it's just from the actual dye of the wax. You just rub it and rub it, scrub it and scrub it, and rub it and rinse it. And it should come right on off. You just keep wiping it down, wipe the edges. I always get like nasty edges or like dust edges because I do the freezer method. So whatever is on there, once you pop it into the freezer, it just like gets extra stuck on there. So yeah, I'm done with that. I let my magic eraser dry, And now you can see they are clean, clean, clean. The bigger dish on the left still looks dirty, but it's actually just like paint that just chipped off. So it's not something that I could scrub off, but that's it. And that was super easy. Okay, so this is my Tealight warmer. As you can see, it is very dirty. This one, I use that the ice cubes on here, and sometimes it doesn't always pop out so clean. But if you rub it with a paper towel, it will rub right out. But I did just put Tealights in it. I put 2 because I like it to be really hot. What I was noticing is if I had 1, sometimes the wax wouldn't melt all the way, especially like candles from the keeping room. It wasn't melting the whole tart. So I just decided to start putting 2 so the whole thing gets hot enough. Now it does get very, very hot, and it's really hard to like pick up obviously when it's hot. I never really move mine unless I'm just about to refill it every morning. Then my mind is going to blank because I just woke up. So every morning I refill this thing, and then besides that, once I put it where it goes, I don't move it again until the next morning. So I just change these out maybe about twice, sometimes 3 times a day, depending on how early I got up. I change them whenever, obviously, they are done. Whenever the Tealights are done, that's when I change the Tealights, and I change my wax. Because 9 times out of 10, since this thing got so hot, there's normally no more fragrance coming out of it by the time I change it. And it normally lasts like about 4 or 5 hours. I get these Tealights from Walmart. So they normally last about 4 or 5 hours. And by that time, I'm also sick of the scent. And my nose gets nose blind crazy fast. So I probably am not even able to smell it anymore. So this is my Tealight. I love it. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It's super dirty and nasty. This is like the stain from that black thing that's in there that got knocked over, and then it got crushed. And then my husband was trying to be slick and do something, and he knocked this Tealight over, and all the wax from inside of here spilled all over in there. So it's just a dirty, nasty mess, and I really, really, really need to get another one. But I need to get a coupon first because it was kind of on the pricey side. I can't remember how much it was, but I wouldn't have gotten it if I didn't have that coupon. And unfortunately, here in San Antonio, I haven't been able to find any other Tealights. I went to Michael's, and I didn't like the one that I saw at Michael's. I think they had one, and it was like an elephant, and I didn't like it. And so Hobby Lobby is where I got this one. So I'm just going to show you my morning routine as well, as since I am already, like, I have it set up that I'm about to do. So here is where I keep my warmer dishes. Look how stained they are. I have not cleaned them. I know, holy hell, there's a bunch of drama on Wax Chat about dirty dishes, but I'm probably gonna catch some hell for this. But yeah, this is stained. I could clean it with a magic eraser, which I've already shown, but I have not cleaned that one. So I just have a paper towel here with a dish, with just a kitchen towel where I cut whatever wax I'm going to use that day, and I cut whatever wax I'm going to use, I cut it. And then here is the wax I'm going to melt. So this is a little basket that I always talk about. I keep this basket with me. I keep it with me downstairs, and this is all the wax I will melt for the entire day. Well, obviously I'm not going to melt this entire pie, but I just keep all the wax with me in here. And then at the end of the day, I take this upstairs, this basket, and I refill it for the next scents for the next day, and then I just bring it back down. And I keep everything with my Post-it so I can write my notes on it. And then my kitchen scent always stays in here, and just a Sharpie and stuff. So, and then this is the white mat, because this is my counter right here. This is my countertop. So this is the white. It's actually an envelope from those giant cards, and this is actually where I take my pictures. So I take my pictures on here, and then I have like these huge windows that are right above it. So when the sun is shining just right, I will put the pictures on here. Also for my camera, whatever it is, like if I put something here and on my screen, like if I put this here and on my screen, if I tap that object like just right, it'll make it super, super bright. I think it's at HDR. I don't know what it is exactly. I am not a professional by any means at all. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I just put whatever object I have here, I put it down, and I just tap it, tap it, tap it, or I tap all around the screen till it gets super bright. Once it does, I snap the picture, and then I also use the first filter on Instagram to make the picture even brighter, because you see, since this is really old, this is from Mother's Day of last year, which I need to just buy a white cardboard already, but I always forget. So anyways, this is old, so the closer up it gets, like the gross you can, like the worst you can see it, but like further back it's not as bad. Whoa, oh, I'm blurry. Yeah, so I have to have that super bright filter on it so that it could cover these up and you won't even see those in the picture most of the time. Sometimes you still might see it on the picture if you look hard enough. Now that you guys know, you probably will be looking at the pictures. But this is all on my Instagram that I'm talking about. So yeah, this is exactly what I do every morning. I take out all the melts that I'll be melting. I lay it out however I want to lay it out. Snap my pick, chop it up over here, and put it in all of my warmers, whatever. Put it in all my dishes, and then go and put it in the warmers that you saw earlier. So yeah, this is my Tealight warmer. I think Tealight warmers are awesome. The two ways that I remove the wax from my Tealight is that cotton ball method, where you just drop the cotton ball in there, or it is the ice cube method. The only reason why I might use the ice cube, and it's actually twice, it's because like say at night I'm already about to go to sleep, and there's only just like a tiny bit left before it burns out, so I try and wipe it out, or I might have just completely forgotten about it, and it blew out and the wax was already hard, and I didn't clean it out in time while it was still liquid. So now it's completely hard, and now if I'm not gonna relight, if I'm not gonna put in two more tea lights, I'm just done melting for the day with this thing, then I will just put some ice cubes on it and pop it right out. Like I said, sometimes it doesn't always pop right out, but as you can see, look, it's already kind of melting off. So yeah, that's what I do. Either the cotton ball, or if I ran out of time and didn't empty it fast enough and it solidified in there, then I just put the ice cubes right on top. So that is everything. This is like my morning routine, what I do every morning. Every morning I do this, but I might not always fill out the Instagram or make the post until later when I have time to like actually sit down and write out all the scent descriptions. And that's exactly why I write out scent descriptions on everything, because look at all these scents here, and I do this every single morning. Every single morning I do this. And if a wax doesn't have, if a wax doesn't have the scent descriptions on it, then I would have to go search it in the group or go look for it somewhere. And to do that every single day with multiple pieces of wax, it gets super annoying to where I don't even want to post it. Like, I just want to post the picture. I don't even want to post the scent. So to avoid that, I just put the notes on here. That way I know what it is every time. And, yeah, it makes also searching for what you want to melt a lot easier. So, okay, enough rambling. Oh, also, I was going to say that I forgot to say when I had all my warmers out is, if you have any warmers that you really love, that you really enjoy, then feel free to leave that down below. I am definitely interested in getting that newer Glade warmer, but I'm interested in getting it for a bedroom. So I'm interested in getting that one, and also the elephant warmer. I think it's a 13 watt or maybe an 18 watt, one of those from Target, but it has a super small dish. But I've been interested in getting that one for my son's room, but I'm not sure yet. So, you know, if you have any favorite warmers, or if you have any wax like how I was talking about cutting your wax and all that stuff. If you have any like wax melting tips for anybody down below, I mean anybody, please feel free to leave that down below. Okay, thank you guys for watching this part. I'm not sure how I'm gonna end it. Oh wait, yeah, this is not the end. So thank you guys so much for watching this part. Okay, so I hope those segments were helpful. I hope that you guys enjoyed this type of video. I just wanted to put it out there, you know, because I see that there's so many new people and there's so much to learn about wax, you know, that you learn by yourself, trial and error. Another thing I wanted to say is wax warmer placement. If you put a warmer in your room and you don't get no throw, move it. Move it, move it, move it, move it until you find a spot where it throws. Everything can affect wax. Your air condition coming on can affect it. If you have your window open and it blows a certain way, it can affect it. Ceiling fans, the regular box fans, all that kind of stuff can affect the throw of your wax. So make sure you just keep moving your warmer and moving your warmer and moving your warmer. Find a scent that you know you love, that you know is strong, or is very strong on cold, because 9 times out of 10, a strong scent on cold will be strong on warm. So find one of those, get your warmer and plug it in and keep moving it and keep moving it and keep moving it until you find a perfect spot for it to where it just performs beautifully. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes you might have to keep moving your warmers. And in my case, in my living room, I'm not able to move my warmer. I only have one option, and that's exactly where it's at. So that's why I have a Tealight warmer, because I'm not able to plug anything in that area where it does perform. So Tealight warmers are another great option. I love mine. So yeah, I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave that down below. Like I said, I am not an expert. I do not know everything. I just wanted to share with you the things that I know that I have tried. And if you guys are interested in trying any of these warmers, even if I said they do not work, you know, give it a try. Save up and try it. It's just because it doesn't work for me doesn't mean it won't work for you. There are a lot of other people that use these warmers that have performed very, very well for them. So do whatever you want to do. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and have a great day.